Hey y'all. I've got enough questions in the past couple of days about MLA format for your citations, for your annotated bibliography, that I wanted to make a quick video to ensure that everybody just is on the same page and understands what that's supposed to look like. So for your annotated bibliography, remember you have a topic, like for example, maybe the Holocaust. You go and find sources and you record their information in MLA format, and then you write a summary of that source, and then you pull out a quote and say why it's important, and then you pull out a second quote and say why it's important, and you do that total 4 times. But to get this component right here, let me share a couple of resources with you. Most of the sources that you guys are going to be using are going to be electronic resources, mostly websites, maybe some YouTube videos, stuff like that. So the most basic kind of information is this: looking for an author's last name, first name, and then the title of the work. Notice that's in quotation marks. And then the title of the container, that's italicized. And the container is like the name of the website that you're finding this information. You're also looking for a publisher, a publication date, the actual URL, so the web address, and then the date that you accessed it. And that's, I mean, I'm kind of cutting it down to its bare minimum, but that's kind of what we're looking to have with almost any source that you arrive at. But it doesn't have to be you going and just painstakingly digging up all that information. Let me show you an easy way to get to a citation like this. If I were going to look up a source, say I'm gonna choose the ethnic conflict, the Rwandan genocide, a terrible chapter of human history, and one that you'll find lots and lots of information about. So I just searched it on Google, and I came up with this article on history.com. I find that it has a lot of good information about this ethnic conflict, and so I'm gonna copy that web address, and I'm gonna run over here to easybib.com, and let me go ahead and get back to the home page at EasyBib so that I can show you how to get here. In fact, let me just do it this way: easybib.com. And you'll notice on some of these websites that can help you with citations and research, there's lots and lots of advertising, and you just have to put your blinders on and move through that. Know what you're looking for. So what you're looking for here is create citations. It's right here on the homepage. And if you click on create citations, it's going to ask you what kind of source you're looking at, website, book, journal, or anything else in the entire world. We're looking at a website. And so let's go ahead and click that. I'm going to paste my web address into here and click search and see what it looks like. And so once we've got that, it says, okay, yeah, we found this website, title, where it came from, the URL. Maybe take a minute to check out, is this reliable? Look at their questions to ask about author, publisher, bias, currency. All of these things help you to know if you're looking at a reliable source. But if you've got your information here, you go and click cite, and it's going to tell you what it can find. So we found an article title, a URL, a website title, the date accessed, the date published. We're missing a publisher sponsor. That might be something that we could fill in, or maybe not. It just depends. So let's go ahead and click through to the next part and see what it can tell us. Yep, the article title. It's missing a first name and middle initial for the author, but this author is actually just the history.com editors. We didn't get an actual author name. And so all the rest of this stuff, it went ahead and collected, and I can just click complete citation, and it's going to generate that citation, and let's see what it says. Here it is. History.com editors, Rwandan genocide, History.com, A&E television networks. It's got everything that's here. It says it's missing a little bit of information, but it's got enough for us, for our purposes. I'd say maybe at the end of your citation, go ahead and add the date that you accessed this. But other than that, I mean, you can copy and paste this right over into your document. Copy that, paste it over into your document, and you've got your MLA citation. Another location that you can do that is over here at Purdue. It's the Online Writing Lab, OWL, Online Writing Lab for Purdue University. So olw.purdue.edu. And if you go to that site, you can get to their online writing lab, and you can just navigate down here and go, okay, here's the MLA guide. And y'all, this website has an exhaustive amount of information. Notice still a bunch of advertisements. Don't get bogged down by all that junk. You want to get to the MLA formatting and style guide, okay? And once you're here, you notice the same kind of thing that we saw on EasyBib. You can plug in your URL right here and generate a citation. But I do want you to know that if you are having trouble with a citation, you can come over here and see, okay, this is going to give me the basics on what I'm trying to look for. If I need to format quotations, if I have books or periodicals or electronic sources or all these different things that I'm trying to cite, this is going to give me information on all of that. It's going to give me information on how my paper should look in MLA format. So just know this is a great resource for you. I can go ahead and paste my same article URL and click cite. Maybe I can click cite. Let's see what happens. Nope, doesn't look like it's going to let me do this one. There we go. All right, so I just click cite with that URL, and it's going to be pretty similar to EasyBib. It's going to tell us, okay, here are some things you should be checking for credibility. Notice there's a bunch of junk up here, and for this website, you're just trying to get to this box right here. It tells me my article, where it came from, and I'm going to click select, and that's going to take me through. Here's what we found. We found this information, URL, website title, publication date, all this kind of stuff. And then we go to the final step, and it generates your citation. You might have to fill in some information here and there. Looks like they might have history.com editor, so they've got our author. So all that's good, and we could create citation, and there you have it. It's going to look real similar to the other one. I would say also add, your date accessed on the end of that, but that's how you get to a relatively easy citation. You could do this with YouTube videos, different websites. If you're looking in SC Discus, our online database, there's already a button internal in there that you can click to create a citation. But EasyBib and owl.purdue.edu, these are some really good resources for doing those citations. Okay, so remember, you've got some basic kinds of information that you're looking for, and you could fill it in this order, or you could use EasyBib or owl.purdue and get to one of these citations without too much trouble. Okay, so for your 4 different sources, you get a citation, you get a summary, you get 2 quotes, and then you move on to another. And you do that total of 4 times. That's your annotated bibliography. All you're doing is just learning about one of these conflicts and trying to think about what caused it and what made it worse, what maybe caused it to get better or to be resolved. Overall, we want to think about the relationship between empathy and conflict, okay? So I hope this is helpful. Use this video, go back and review it a couple of times if you need help getting that MLA format figured out. But you guys will do great on that, and just shoot me an email if you have any questions, okay? See you guys soon.